health, and longevity. If you want to consume more plant-based foods, if you want to abstain from junk foods, if you want to consume fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs, and avoid dead flesh, artificial flavors and colorings, sweeteners, anything that is unreal basically, purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharoah Ramesses El-Aton, who has been a vegan 40 plus years. He will take you step by step on how to abstain from the junk foods, how to abstain from the dead flesh, the chicken, the turkey, the pork, beef, and all sorts of animal products. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan, to eat more natural. Remember that the herbs are for the healing of the nations. Let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. Consume of every fruit-bearing and herb-bearing tree. Unto you it shall be for meat. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharoah Ramesses El-Aton. Peace, health, and longevity.
Okay. Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all tonight. The late night crowd, I know you appreciate I'm going late so you could be off work and be relaxing with the family. Much love. I hope I'm encouraging you to eat better. Those of you that are transitioning, congratulations on your transition. Maybe you've got to the stage where you're just doing chicken and fish. Way to go, okay? Always remember, any improvement is great. Don't be down on yourself if you're improving. If you are improving, that is absolutely fantastic. So if you're improving, if you're getting it together, don't be down on yourself. Take your time and improve. That's it. Don't be down on yourself. Don't force yourself to go better and better and better and better. Take your time. Congratulate yourself for your improvements, okay? All right? While you're improving, while you're trying to clean it up, while you're struggling to get off meat, first off, you're supposed to be struggling. So don't be down on yourself because you're struggling. That's what it is. It's a struggle. I remember I finally got to where I was just eating fish. And man, that was the hardest one to kick fish. And I'll tell you something else. When I became a vegan, that means no animal byproducts, no dairy, no cheese or nothing. One time we was up in the mountains in Hawaii. This is in the 80s, like 84, 85. We in the mountains. Me, my queen, and my brethren, and my queen's daughter. We was living in the mountains up the Big Island. We was just up there. I think we were fasting. We were fasting, probably on coconuts or something, coconut water. And we started talking. And the next thing I know, we was talking about cheese pizza. Can you believe that? I think we had been a vegan, 78, 89, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So I had been a vegan like 6 years, right? 6, 7 years. And out of nowhere, we were talking about cheese pizza. And I remember I caught myself, I'm like, y'all, we tripping. And the thing was, I believed, and this is just my theory, I believe as you clean your body and as certain things leave your body, that's when you crave them. So you're craving them. It's like your body's like, oh no, don't go, don't go. And so you begin to crave it. So I believe that was the cheese was finally getting out of our bodies because you get all new blood cells every 7 years. And this is like 6 or 7 years. So I believe the reason that I was talking about cheese is because it was coming out of my body. People know that, like people that are heroin addicts, as they detox, as they have clean their heroin out, this is when they get the most sickest. This when they get the most cravings. This is when they usually go back and use heroin again because as it's leaving your body, it's almost like a demon in you that don't want to leave, like the exorcist. So I personally believe that as you detox, you crave, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, or whether it's various foods. I personally believe, I can't say it's a fact, but the more the body begins to clean, the more you crave it. So if you're getting off pork, as the pork is leaving, you might crave it. But the way to beat it is to just stay heavy on the beef, the chicken, the fish, and all the other stuff. So this is why the easiest way to become a vegan is the best way to become a vegan, because in this manual, I show you how to stay on everything and only eliminate one thing at a time. And if you take your time and you don't rush and you eliminate one thing at a time, by the time you eliminate everything, you will not fall off. You will never go back to eating animal byproducts, because as you slowly eliminate, you have time to learn how to replace it. People that try to go vegan fast didn't have enough time to learn how to replace it. They end up with nutritional deficiencies and everything because you need to be learning what you are doing. So go to www.veganintel.com and get the easiest way to become a vegan. Do not try to do it on your own. Get the manual and do it this way, because you must learn what you're doing so you don't hurt yourself. You can't just stop eating and not know what to eat instead. It is irresponsible for me to tell you to get off animal byproducts without you learning how to replace it. You have to learn how to shop. You haven't been shopping the way you got to learn how to shop. You got to learn what to buy. You got to learn what has the nutrition that you're exchanging. You have to learn how to cook. You cannot just cook regular and cook plant-based. It ain't going to turn out right. It ain't going to taste good. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to cook this new food you're eating. It is a process. Your taste buds have to adjust. So when you follow my method, this is allowing your taste buds to adjust. And I've been plant-based now. It's going on for 47 years. It will be 48 years at the first of the year. 24 months after that, I'll be plant-based for 50 years. I am 67. I'll be 68 in just several months. You got to learn how to shop different. You got to learn how to cook different. Your taste buds got to adjust. You got to learn nutrition. You can't just go plant-based. You have to learn. So go slow so you can learn. I say before you totally get off meat, by the time you get to like chicken and fish and seafood, I say before you try to get off chicken, you should be already changing everything else. I believe you should get off pork, get off beef. Then, before you get off meat, I think you should get off artificial colors, artificial flavors, preservatives. In other words, when you eat your chicken, the rest of your food should be plant-based vegan. So you got a vegan you got 3/4 of your dinner is plant-based, made the best way, and chicken. You're not eating macaroni and cheese. You're not eating artificial colors, artificial flavors. You got whole foods and chicken, whole foods and turkey, whole foods and fish. Not get off everything and then switch to whole foods. Get off pork, get off beef, and then clean up everything else. Okay? Get better salt. Get natural spices. Start looking at your spices and saying, this got too much chemicals in it. This ketchup, no. Get better ketchup. Get better mustard. Maybe you want to get a food processor. I ain't going to make my own ketchup. I'm going to make my own mustard. I'm going to make my own barbecue sauce. My blood pressure's high. Let me make my own barbecue sauce. They ain't got all this sodium in it. Right? All right? Then finish cleaning it up. And always remember, when you first go vegan, do not cook an entirely new meal. Never, ever cook an entire new meal. Never. Only cook one new item with other stuff you know how to cook. Never cook an entire new vegan meal where you read a recipe and you're going to make that for dinner. Never do that. Listen to a pro. Anybody that's been doing it will tell you he ain't lying, because we've done it and the whole meal sucked and we was hungry. You know what I'm saying? Try to make a new casserole, try to make a new bread, try to make something else new. And if it all fails, what you gonna eat? So make what you know how to make good already. Your sweet potatoes fire, make that. Your rice is fire, make that. And then make the experimental dish or the experimental bread. So if it's no good, at least you still got your sweet potatoes and your rice. I remember me and my queen, oh man, we was hyped up. Boy, we gonna make this vegan meal. The whole thing was nasty. One time, I'm cooking this vegan meal and I came up with the bright idea. I'm going to throw some avocado in the pot. I didn't know you can't cook avocado. Oh, it was so nasty. Oh, messed up. We didn't have nothing to eat. We didn't have anything to eat because we experimented with the whole dinner. So after that, I never experimented again with the whole dinner. Only one item is the experiment. The rest of this stuff I know how to make already, okay? That's a word to the wise. So look, y'all, thanks for joining. Today, I'm going to talk about something for those of you all that are transitioning. This is for those transitioning, okay? Because going just changing is too complicated for beginners. You have to learn what you're doing, okay? So today, this is for those transitioning to a vegan lifestyle. If you're transitioning, this is for you, okay? If some experts come over here, don't listen to them. Listen to me. This is for you if you are transitioning, okay? This is for you if you're transitioning. Now, when you want to go plant-based, you got to understand that the business world works like this. Plant-based food is new. It's a whole new growing movement. So, when you go buy these, when you go and get these whole foods, these plant-based items, these businesses are small compared to McDonald's, Burger King, compared to Heinz ketchup and Heinz mustard and all the main companies that have been making condiments and making dressings and making cheese and bread. Though they've been doing it a long time. And the plant-based companies are new. By them being new and using whole ingredients, it costs more. It's cheaper if I cut the bread with cheap ingredients than if the bread is all whole grains. So one reason your food that you typically eat is not healthy because it's cut with trash to lower the price. So the first thing is it's not all 100% great ingredients, so it's cheaper. So people that want to transition say, vegan food too expensive. No, it's not that vegan food is too expensive. The food you eating is dirt cheap because it's trash. It's the first thing. The second thing is these companies are baby companies, so they don't have enough investment power. They don't have enough factories. They don't have enough production to buy wholesale products like Heinz or like the companies that's already been selling trash for years. I'm not trying to disrespect Heinz. I'm just saying these old companies have more investment, have been doing it long. They can afford to buy more tomatoes than the new company that's trying to make healthy ketchup. They don't have enough money to buy as many tomatoes as the old ketchup company. So you got to support them so they can get more and more and more and more product so that the price can come down. The price is high because these are new companies that, if you're buying 1,000 apples, it's way more expensive than 100,000 apples. So the company that could buy 100,000 apples is cheaper. The company that could buy 100,000 apples got their own farms to grow their own apples. They've been in business so long, they've planted apples. They own apple orchards. The new guy, like if one of you all want to make applesauce, you got to buy your apples from somebody else wholesale. And if you just order 12 dozen, they're going to be more expensive than if you order 50 dozen. So now that's going to affect your cost for your product. That's the first thing. So people are going to tell you veganism is expensive. That's not true. And the reason they tell you going vegan is expensive, because they're not really dealing with the concept of vegan. They're dealing with the concept of vegan food. Okay? And vegan food is not a real concept. So they try to tell you to go buy vegan food. Listen, our apple is vegan. A vegan is not a concept like people say. Like I'm an interviewer. I seen the beautiful sister, plant-based Tamika. And she says she no longer identifies herself as a vegan. Now she's identifies herself as plant-based. I'm going to try to get her in the phone and let her know, if you're plant-based and you're not consuming any animal byproducts, you're still a vegan. The only difference is, by being plant-based, she is distinguishing that her food comes from plants. Being just vegan just means no animal byproduct. So you could be eating artificial food as long as it doesn't have any animal byproduct, right? So veganism, what a lot of people don't understand, only means no animal byproduct. But there are chemicals that are not animal byproducts. So this is why people say vegan is not healthy and this and that, because they don't know what vegan means. Vegan does not mean healthy. It only means no animal byproduct. So no matter if you're eating Skittles and trash or you're eating vegetables, you're both vegan. Because vegan just means you're both not eating any animal byproducts. So to be exact, we call ourselves plant-based vegan, meaning that we are vegan, but we are plant-based vegan. We're not just vegan. We don't just not eat animal byproducts. What we do eat is plant-based. Now, plant-based means that the base of the food is plant. So plant-based includes vegan burgers, stuff like that is plant-based, because the base of what you ground up to make your bulgur burger, which is healthy, is from bulgur. Now, whole food plant-based means you're not going to make a burger. You're not going to you're not going to use a food processor to put something together to make it. You're going to eat the vegetables and fruit just as is. You're going to cook it and eat it as is. So processed plant-based is not bad for you. It just shows that you used a food processor. You understand? That's what that shows. That shows you just used a food processor. Like, I'm finna make some bulgur burgers, and that would be processed, because I'm gonna go through the process of cooking the bulgur and then making a patty and putting mushrooms in it and frying it or baking it. It doesn't mean unhealthy. Unhealthy is ultra processed. Ultra processed mean I take a bunch of processed stuff and put it together to make something ultra processed. So process is not negative. Process just means you went through a process. So tomato paste is processed. Okay? Ketchup is processed. If you make some plant-based mayonnaise or salad dressing. That is processed. That is not unhealthy. So you got to know the difference between processed and ultra processed. It's not the same thing. We don't mess with ultra processed. If you even cooking is a process. The only unprocessed food would be raw. Once you bake it, it's processed because it went through the process of baking. Okay? All right? It went through the process of baking. So now that we got that straight, we're going to talk about the vegan food and what's going on with that. All right? We're going to talk about veganism and the vegan food and what's going on with that. So, what a lot of people tell you is going vegan is expensive. Going vegan is not expensive, right? Going vegan is not expensive. Going vegan is not at all expensive. Okay? Going vegan is not expensive at all. Not none. Right? It's not expensive. It's something that you could do. All you have to do is concentrate. Right? Now, some people give you the wrong concept about it. Right? And in the process of giving you the wrong concept, you start thinking that it is expensive. But it is not expensive at all. Okay? It's not expensive. You have to know what you're doing. And this false concept that it is expensive, this is a bad concept. This is a concept that is not real. Okay? This is not real. So when people start telling you that going vegan is expensive, they're telling you wrong. Okay? They're telling you absolutely wrong. They are giving you the wrong information. Okay? Just what you got to know. You're getting the absolute wrong information. Okay? Absolutely. For sure. And so when people tell you uh, about eating like that and changing the way you eat, the worst thing they could tell you is that it's expensive, because it is not expensive. It's not expensive at all. It's very simple to do. And all you have to do is focus. That's all you have to do is focus on what you're doing. If you focus on what you're doing, it's very easy for you to change the way you eat. It's very simple, but you must focus. You must focus on what you're doing and what you're eating. If you focus on what you're doing and what you're eating, it's very simple to transition, right? And so the reason people say it's expensive is because the amount of money that they put into certain things they purchase, right? You're pretty much taught that you need to be eating the best food ever, right? And that's what's going to throw you off when you're told you're supposed to be eating this expensive type of food. Okay. And when you're taught that you're supposed to eat this expensive type of food, that's what's going to throw you off. And so if you're at different phases of your life, you're going to be trying to um, follow what you think is the highest level of eating correctly, right? So it becomes this thing where people are saying, well, this is the highest way to eat. This is the highest way to eat. This is the highest way to eat. This is the highest way to eat, right? And once you start doing that, you're going to be on the wrong page. And that is the worst thing that you could do, is to start trying to deal with what's the best thing to eat when you go vegan. Okay? This is what you got to remember. Going plant-based vegan is not about how good you eat. It's about not eating bad. It's about eliminating the bad, and then everything else is fine. It's not about becoming a more perfect vegan, that's wrong. You are eliminating things that are damaging the body. That's it. You're not trying to go into no Superman, Superwoman concept. You are simply getting rid of what's destroying the body. People are getting sick. People are having problems because of the bad things they're eating. And so when you go plant-based, that's it. You are simply eliminating what is considered the bad things. You are not necessarily trying to go and eat the best things in the world, because everything that's not bad is good. There is no gooder and better, and there is no such thing as that. It's either good or it's bad. So this concept where this is better and this is better and this is better, that's a bad concept. Okay. don't don't do that. That is the wrong concept. Okay. That is the wrong concept. The concept you want is better. You want a concept of better. Okay? That's what you want. You don't want a concept of better and better and better and better and better. You got bad and better. That's it. You don't got better and better and best and best and best. Is good or is bad. And so once you eliminate the bad stuff, everything is better. Everything is better than the bad stuff. So if you want to, when you want to go vegan, and you want to go when you want to go vegan, you're just eliminating the bad stuff. Don't let people start telling you this ain't good, this ain't good. That's false. There's no such thing as not good. There's only a such thing as bad. That's it. There's no such thing as not good. It's just bad. So if you're buying products that's got a lot of artificial flavors and colors and stuff in it, that's bad. If it doesn't have that, then it's not bad. And are you trying to eat this food that is not bad? That's it. And lots of people can't become vegan because some of these plant-based people are putting too high of demands on it. They're telling you wrong. Their information is absolutely incorrect. The worst thing you can do when you go vegan, when you go plant-based, when you go vegan, the worst thing you could do is think short term. In other words, thinking that you're just going vegan, thinking about what you're eating right now. You must remember that if you go vegan, you're looking at 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Who in their right mind believe you're going to eat the same way for 40 years? If you start out being a vegan, what you eat them first 2 years, are you going to eat that for 30 years? No. You're not going to eat the same way for 30 years. Even meat eaters don't do that. Okay? But as a plant-based vegan or as a vegan period, you are not going to eat the same way for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years. And when you eat something, it's not going to kill you. Okay? If you've been eating chicken and all this stuff all this time, and now you go plant, but you go vegan, all of a sudden, a vegan burger gonna kill you. But McDonald's didn't kill you. But the vegan burger is gonna unalive you, right? Oh, it's gonna kill you. People start picking at the ingredients in the plant-based patty. That's foolishness, okay? That is foolishness. Don't let nobody tell you don't eat no vegan burger. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're talking to you like you're going to eat a vegan burger for 365 days for 50 years. You're not even going to eat it long. You are not going to eat a plant-based meat long enough to do anything to you. Also, it's not going to do anything to you as long as it don't have artificial flavors, artificial colors, preservatives in it. If it's made with any type of plant-based ingredients, it will do nothing to you. Period. If I eat some collard greens and sweet potatoes and wild rice or quinoa today, you're telling me a plant-based burger is going to override that, and all of a sudden that's not going to build my body up the next day. The plant-based burger is going to destroy what I ate 2 or 3 days before that. Who believed that? The 2 or 3 days before that, I've been eating all this good vegetables and stuff, and I ate a plant-based burger. So what, I go like this when I eat the burger? If the plant-based burger is going to do that, that means the other food ain't no good. That means the vegetables and stuff you eating ain't no good. If that can destroy you, that also means why is meat eaters living to 70, 80 years old? And so you're telling me that a person can eat steaks and stuff and live to 60, 70 years old, but you eat a plant-based burger, you can't live to 60 and 70 years? I'm confused. Because meat eaters just don't die, they live a long time. It's the ones that eat too much salt or eat too much this and that. Those are the ones that got high blood pressure. Those are the ones that get sick. The ones that don't eat enough vegetables and impact their colon, those are the meat eaters that get sick. But the meat eaters that eat a balanced way of eating, they don't necessarily get that sick like that. They might have a little high blood pressure, be on high blood pressure, but they're not just dropping at 30 or 40 at 50 years old. So if they're not dropping like that, a Beyond Burger, you're going to just drop? I think that's a fair question. People that eat meatloaf and fish and all that, they're not dropping. But the Beyond Burger, what? You're going to drop? You're going, what? You're going to just drop? Who believes that? Who believes you can live a long time eating the way you've been eating, and now you go plant-based, and a plant-based burger is going to kill you all of a sudden? All of a sudden, all of a sudden, now your body's super weak. Your body was super strong when you was eating meat. When you was eating meat, your body was strong. Make it make some type of sense. That's the foolishness in it. That's people getting in there saying, "Oh, make it better, better, better." That's that foolishness. Oh, we got to find the most purest, best plant-based stuff ever. Oh no, you got to just be whole food plant-based. That's nonsense. On top of that, what's the statistics on these super expert plant-based people? How long do they stay plant-based? Do they got 47 years in like me? How many of them are here today, gone tomorrow? It's going to be very interesting to watch how many of these super plant-based people that you got to just eat the purest. It'd be very interesting to see how many of them last 20 years. I'd say most of them won't even last. I would say a large percentage of them are lying too and eating all type of stuff off camera. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them is still eating meat because I just don't believe anything come out of somebody's mouth. And so I'm going to show you that being plant-based is not expensive. Let me show you right now. Stop listening to people that's selling you hype, that's hyping up a situation. Okay? Hyping it up and making it difficult for people, trying to make it some type of weird perfection, trying to bring perfection into it and overdoing it, right? Not helping anybody, driving people away, really, to be honest with you. Making it ridiculously difficult, right? Putting no emphasis on the real poison and putting emphasis on the good food and gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. How many times you taught your children not to use the word gooder? It's better. But a lot of these people that's plant-based, they on this gooder. It's gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. This is what they're on. They're on some make it gooder and gooder and gooder. It's totally ridiculous. Totally. Total foolishness at the highest level. Totally. They get into it and they make it and they run more people away than anything. They don't grow the movement at all. They don't grow the movement. They run people away with nonsense. They don't grow the movement. They turn it into some weirdo type of situation. Make it weird. Good to see you, Raphael. You know what I'm saying? It's total nonsense. All you want to do is eliminate animal byproducts, artificial flavors, artificial colors, and preservative. That is it. Period. Everything after that is all good. Straight up. When they start talking about, these oils ain't supposed to be in this and this and that, now they're getting into some fanaticism. They have no proof. They have no scientific proof that anybody's getting sick off of any of that. You're talking about a situation where people are getting off of the standard American diet, and we're just finding out how bad that is. And before we finish investigating that, we got people going into what you need to do to get off of that and picking with that and trying to make that as difficult as possible to make it hard for people to transition. That's why I never really liked the Dr. Sebi people, because the Dr. Sebi people do not help people eat alkaline, because they don't even help people become vegans. And how could you be alkaline if you're not a vegan first? If you're going to make it too difficult to be a vegan, how are you going to be alkaline? If you make it too difficult to even go vegan, how are you going to help people go alkaline? I think that's a great question. If you make veganism very difficult, how are you going to help people go alkaline? Because you can't go alkaline until you go vegan. You got to go vegan first. So if you got a person on meat and all this stuff, and you stack all this other stuff in there they can't eat, all these vegetables and stuff they can't eat. If you're a meat eater and you're trying to go vegan, what do I care if you eat a watermelon with no seeds? What that got to do with the cost of tea in China? So I got to tell you now, you got to find a watermelon with no seeds. So if it ain't no watermelon with no seeds, it's going to be too difficult for you. I thought I'm trying to get you off meat. No, I'm trying to get you to find the perfect watermelon, the perfect orange. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How you going to do that? Isn't that information for a professional that's been a vegan already? Is that for new people? So you take new people transitioning and you give all these stupid restrictions that really have no immediate effect on their health. It's a make-believe effect. There is no proof that a seedless watermelon does anything to you. There is no scientific proof that that does anything. That's all speculation. That is speculation and assumption that food with seeds is better than foods with not. I got that assumption too, but it's an assumption. It's not, I don't have it based on no facts. I have no facts that a seedless orange is bad for you. I assume, but I can't teach people based on assumptions. I can't tell new people that nonsense. You can't tell new people all that nonsense when they trying to transition. How are you helping people transition when you telling them all this stuff? When you're adding all that to the situation? You're doing more damage than good. You're making people say that's too difficult. That's why I don't like the Dr. Sebi people. I got love for Dr. Sebi. But I've always said they misuse Dr. Sebi because Dr. Sebi is grad school information. Dr. Sebi is not information for grade school or high school or even college. Dr. Sebi is grad school information and should not be shared with beginners. On top of that, really, Dr. Sabi really is not grad school, he's college because he still ate fish. And for him to be grad school, he wouldn't be eating a dead fish. So his life was not grad school. His life was basically college, maybe junior college, college. He wouldn't be considered a high level when it comes to eating right if he ate fish. Make it make some sense. He is not high level. He's like junior college, I would say. I got it down. I mean, if I'm lying, this is not high level.
In a while I will eat fish. Once in a while I will eat fish. Once in a while I will eat fish. Once in a while I will eat fish.
Now, how you going to tell me to follow Dr. Sabi, don't eat some type of fruit because it's, grafted, and he ate fish? Like, make that make some sense. He not even on my level. He would be under me. I haven't ate a dead animal and going on 50 years in a few more, 24 more months, it'd be 50 years. 30 more months, it'd be 50 years. He not on my level. He wasn't never reached my level. If he was once in a while, he was eating fish. He wasn't on my level. He beneath me. He got a lot of information, but he didn't have enough information to stop eating dead animals. What? How is his alkaline superior to plant-based vegan if he's still eating animals? That would lower it. What is it, alkaline fish? And so this is a part of the fanaticism with, oh, better and better and better and better and better is fanaticism. That is definitely too complicated for beginners. Period. Anybody won't smoke, we could do it. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. But you're going to have to put your reputation on the table. You're going to have some skin in the game to even try to debate me. I'm going to want to know when you got in the game. If you can't say 1978 or earlier, you can't talk to me because you judge by how long you stick with something, not just getting in it. And so now I'm going to show you all, let's get to the plant-based meat of the conversation. I'm going to show you all what you have to do as a plant-based vegan to stay on it like me for 47 going on 48 years. There's basic things you have to do to eat right. And one of the main things you got to deal with is the economics of it. In order for you to stay plant-based, in order for you to stay a vegan, you've got to be able to deal with the economics of it. You can't look at it just for people that got good jobs. Some people got low-paying jobs. Some people working 2 jobs. Some people is just making it from day to day. Some people's rent is too high. Gas is too high. And their grocery bill, they got to struggle to get their groceries. A lot of people, if they get paid upcoming Friday, they kind of struggling Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the real world. So I'm going to show you things you got to have in your house if you're a vegan. I don't care what nobody say. These things you must have in your house that's going to prevent you from falling off. You got to have cheap stuff in your house, inexpensive things in your house. And the proof of that is even these inexpensive things today are overpriced with these tariffs. So even the things I'm finna show you cost too much, but it's still cheaper than everything else. One of the things you want to keep in your cabinet when you're a plant-based vegan is ramen noodles. Keep ramen noodles in your cabinet. This is your quick meal when you're trying to make do. This is going to be a way you can eat without going through a lot. Okay? This pack here costs you anywhere from $3 to $5. But what you want to do is anytime you're in a Whole Foods or somewhere to carry these, go down the aisle and see if you could catch them on sale. If they $5 something, try to catch them when they $3 and try to buy like 4 boxes and put them in your cabinet. Why? There's 4 in each one. The average man and grown woman, some women eat light, but the average man, you're going to eat 2 of them, right? So me, when I make them, I'm going to eat 2. So this box going to give me 2 good meals. Okay? 2 good meals I'm going to get. And as far as a snack, for this $3 to $5, this going to give me 4 good meals. Show me where you can get the basics from 4 good meals for $5. Because if I just eat 1, I won't be hungry. And that's all you want to do is fight the hunger. Don't let no expert alkaline vegan tell you not to have this in your home. Right? You need to have this group. This is the best ones. That's why I'm showing you this one. Ocean Halo is the best ones, the cleanest ones, and the cheapest ones because the regular noodles you buy in the store got all type of stuff in them. So those regular noodles, but you can get those too if you're just trying to get by. If you're trying to get by and you're just trying to stay off meat, you can just get the regular ramen noodles, especially if you're a beginner or whatever, if your money is messed up. Because all you're trying to do is not eat no meat and no cheese and no dairy products. So if you got to eat the regular ramen noodles, then it is what it is. Okay? All right? So if you got to eat the regular ramen noodles, all you got to do is don't put the pack in there. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Is don't put the flavor in there. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to, then get these right here on the right. Just don't put the packet in there. Put your own spices in there. All the chicken flavors in the little pack. Just throw that away. and make them without the chicken flavor and put your own spices on it. If you have to. But if you can avoid that, then you get these. And keep these in the cabinet because these are clean compared to the other company got all type of stuff in them. So get this package right here. Keep this in the cabinet. When you get paid, you go to Whole Foods or anybody that got these, buy 2 boxes of these. That's going to give you 8 packs of noodles. If you got little kids, they love noodles. All you got to do is flavor them the way they like it. This son like his like this. This son like his, this daughter like that. Your wife, this will save you. Get these right here. Especially you catch them on sale. They filling and they are delicious and they don't have all them chemicals and stuff in them. Okay? And it's ready in 3 minutes. So get this. It's a fairly new company on the scene. Get these. Okay? Cheap. And you can get you some food. $3 to $5 a pack. And $5 for 4 of these. That's $1.25 for each one, and you can eat. Hey, April, right? Keep these in the and when you catch them on sale, buy 4 boxes. You're gonna be surprised how full you're gonna get off of these because the key, right? The key. Because some vegans gonna come and tell you, no, don't listen to him, that's unhealthy. That's not true. The key, what your body is going to see when you eat this is not the products. This is facts. Take it from a real vegan. What your body is going to see when you cook this and you make this for a meal. Your body is going to see the collection of what you're eating. So your body going to see the onion you sauteed or put in there. That's what your body's going to see. So when you eat these and you have this in there, scientifically, it's making a whole new food. Your body is not going to see noodles. Your body is going to see the collection of what you made. So your body is going to see the onion and the noodles. Your body is going to see the other ingredients, and scientifically, you're making a whole different food. Your body going to see the garlic you put in there. This is facts. So if you got onion in there, you got garlic in there, and you got bell pepper in there, that's what your body gonna see. If you don't got no table salt in there and you got some great little bit of Celtic salt, you got a little bit of cayenne pepper, that is what your body's gonna see. Your body's not gonna separate the noodles. Your body is gonna see the cayenne pepper, the bell pepper, the onion, the garlic. That's what your body gonna see. Your body is not going to register this. The body doesn't work like that. The body is going to look at the total scientific package you put in there. Listen to me, don't listen to nobody else. And when you add onion in there and garlic and bell pepper, Your body is going to see healthy food. That's what's going to register in your body. The juices from the onion and garlic and bell pepper and cayenne pepper and stuff, that's what your body going to see. Your body is not going to see no noodles. Your body is not going to separate them noodles. All that juice going to go in there and your body's going to start pulling that juice and digest. All your body going to do is just digest them noodles. Your body don't care nothing about them noodles. And if them noodles don't stick in your colon and they going to go through your colon, that's going to be irrelevant. The relevance is going to be the spices. The spices, the medicine from the spices is what your body going to pull. Your body ain't going to pull nothing out the noodles unless it got some protein or something in it. Listen, this is real, right? The average protein in noodles is 7 grams. So your body going to be like, this is 7 grams of protein. Wow, that's it. Your body don't know what noodles is. All your body going to see is the protein. All your body going to see is the ingredients in the noodles, which this is all natural ingredients. All your body going to see is the nutrients out the onions, whatever's coming, medicine coming out the garlic, whatever medicine coming out the bell pepper. That's what your body gonna see. Your body gonna register protein, whatever medicine is coming out the onions, whatever medicine is coming out the bell pepper, whatever medicine is coming out the garlic. That's what your body gonna see. That cayenne pepper gonna go in your body and do what it do. That garlic gonna go in your body and do what it do. Them onions gonna go in your body and do what it do. And them noodles ain't gonna do nothing but make some protein and go through your body. And you're gonna boo-boo them out. That's it. It's gonna turn to boo-boo and you're gonna put it out and it ain't gonna clog you up because it's a bunch of vegetables in it. You got it like a broth with a bunch of liquid, so it ain't gonna stop up your colon. It's not gonna add to no colon cancer. It's not gonna do nothing, especially these, because they're made with all natural ingredients. So it's gonna be 100% positive and dirt ass cheap. Cheap. And you didn't ate. Because a bag of onions don't cost you nothing. And if you cook it twice a day, you cut a half of onion up in there in the morning and a half in the midday and use the other half of the onion for whatever you're going to make for dinner. Garlic, cheap. Bell pepper, cheap. Your plant-based, keep bell pepper, garlic, and onion in the house. There go you some food right there. If you listen, man, listen to an old school vegan. I've been doing this almost 50 years. You want to eat? The key is onion, bell pepper, and garlic will save your butt when you ain't got no money. You can make some rice, but if you make that rice and you boil that rice and you turn that skillet on and you put that bell pepper in that skillet and that garlic and that onion and start sauteing it and dump that rice in there and kind of let it hit a little bit of that skillet, man, you eat good. You're eating good. You're eating good. You're eating real good. You're eating real good. Rice, bell pepper, onion, and garlic. You is grubbing. Anything if you got an avocado or something, oh, now you on top of the world. This is how you got to get by. You can't afford to be buying no $50 vegan meals and all of that. Boy, this is the real world. I'm the realest alive. This is the real world. This ain't the fake world over here. This is the real world. This is not the fake world. Okay? Veganism, they say veganism is obviously not expensive. Veganism is not expensive. It can be sometimes moral obligation vegan. That's why I'm saying it, because sometimes it can be, right? You know this for a fact if you let people tell you, right, to get these high price items, right? So you're 100% correct. A moral obligation. Salute to you. But you know what I'm saying? They try to act like we expensive, don't they, bro? Or a female. Are you a female or a male? And in the real world, veganism is about animal rights. The original definitions of principles stand that humans should live without exploiting animals. You are right, but the problem with that is that it was originally built like that, but animal rights did not grow veganism. Animal rights did not grow veganism. Veganism in the United States did not come from animal rights. Veganism came from health, and veganism was born in the health food store at the juice bar where we were going to eat for our health. I did not become a vegan for animals. I became a vegan for my health. And the birth of veganism in the United States is health based, born in that health food store. There was no such thing as an animal rights store, and we were not going to juice bars to save the animals. We were going to juice bars for our health at health food stores. Animal rights vegans are a problem because animal rights is animal rights and veganism is veganism. And animal rights vegans do not stand up for elephants and stuff like that. They always only talk about the animals we eat. Animal rights vegans do not stand up for all the other animals. That's why every time you see animal rights vegans, it's always chickens, cows, it's always farm animals that they promote, right? You understand? You don't got no movement. You don't know nothing. So you don't got no movement. You just talking. You don't got no movement. You don't own nothing. You don't got no movement. Nobody care about your movement. We try to take care of our health. Your movement, we don't care nothing about your movement. We care about our colon, our kidney, our spleen, our health. We don't care nothing about your movement. Your movement, your animal rights vegan, your movement is trash. That movement never went nowhere. Veganism only grew because people wanted to take care of their health. No, I didn't. I didn't even become vegan. I thought I was a vegetarian. I became a vegetarian. I became a vegetarian in 1978. I didn't know I was a vegan until 1988. And I'm a Rasta man. And ITAL is vital. And the ITAL movement go back just as far as your movement. Except veganism did go back over there where they took vegetarian and they took the 3 letters at the beginning and the 2 and made vegan. But animal rights vegans ruined veganism because animal rights vegans, right? Animal rights vegans, I got to ban them, trolling. Animal rights vegans, y'all, they was animal rights vegans and getting sick, right? Like Miley Cyrus was an animal rights vegan. And then she got sick because she wasn't doing it for her health. And then animal rights vegans are the ones that's making all the videos why I'm no longer vegan. You know why animal rights vegans don't stay vegans? Because they don't do it for their health and they get sick. So Miley Cyrus is an animal rights vegan, but she didn't take care of her health. She got sick and she went back to eating meat, right? He don't want this smoke. Animal rights vegans always fall off. He don't want this smoke. He don't want this smoke. I didn't want. He was trolling because he might not even be a vegan. Look, he don't want this smoke. Animal rights vegans have been failures. Yeah, this big pharaoh. I'm the king of the vegans now. We help vegans. Animal rights vegans down. Go do animal rights. Look, here's the animal rights vegans. Here they go. These animal rights vegans. Why I'm no longer vegan. I am no longer vegan. I no longer raw vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. These animal rights vegans. Why I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. I stopped being vegan. I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer, these animal rights vegans. Why I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. Why I'm no longer vegan. Okay, that's the animal rights vegans. Who want this smoke? Bro, this big pharaoh. This big pharaoh. This big pharaoh. This big pharaoh. Why I'm no longer vegan. Go look up all the why I'm no longer vegan. Them the animal rights vegans. They no longer vegans because they didn't do it for their health and they got sick. They got rickets. They got all type of stuff wrong with them. Yeah, you don't want this smoke. Yeah, you don't want this. Yeah, you don't want this smoke. We an elevator. We plant-based. We whole food plant-based vegans. This is bigger than the vegan movement. We whole food plant-based vegans. Listen, the vegan movement was lame because they love the animals and then they eat right. They love the animals, they didn't eat right. Yeah, they love the animals and didn't eat right. It's a fact. This is all facts. This is Big Pharaoh. This is Vegan Intel. I'm telling you the facts. If you ain't taking care of your health, how could you love the animals if you don't take care of yourself? How you going to stand up for an animal and you ain't eating right and you ain't getting enough nutrition? You can't even take care of the animals if you pass away, if you don't take care of your health. Can an unhealthy person stand up for animals? No. No. So animal rights vegans is lame, and they've been hurting the vegan movement because they ain't been taking care of themselves, and they ain't been showing people how to be a vegan and be healthy. And animal rights vegans eat Skittles and all type of artificial flavors and everything. They'll eat anything that don't got animals in it, right? And we're gonna get back to the story, but let me do this person dirty. How I do. Let me do how I do. See, animal rights vegans, this is what they promote. This is animal rights vegans. They eat this because it ain't got no animals in it. See, this is animal rights. This is animal rights vegans because this don't got no animal in it. But they eat artificial flavors, artificial colors, everything. They just don't eat anything got no animal byproduct. So this is animal rights vegans. See all this stuff they eat? See? This is animal rights. They don't care about their health. Look, vegan hard Halloween candy. It's animal rights vegans. Look. See, those of us that's doing our health, we don't eat this trash. Yeah. Come over here and get that smoke. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking your movement. Your maneuver belong to Big Pharaoh right now. I'm the king of the plant-based vegan movement. All you animal rights vegans, go sit in the corner. You know what I'm saying? A Big Pharaoh that took your movement from you. You know, your movement, I took it from you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Big Pharaoh took your movement. Vegan Intel run this now, and we all about health. We all about health. We separating the animal rights from veganism. Plant-based veganism is here. Animal rights is over there. If you want to save the elephants and stuff, go do that. That ain't got nothing to do with eating. Animal rights got something to do with having a certain group of people stop killing all the animals. So you're going to have to put some race in there. We don't want to go there down that route. We don't want to go into who the hunter is and who's the one killing all the animals, because that gets into racial issues and other issues. And that's deeper than just what you eat. That's about who got them guns going out there shooting them elephants. And animal rights vegan ain't out there protesting them hunters. They going up in restaurant bothering people eating cow and stuff. But you don't never see animal rights vegans go against them hunters that's shooting them rhinoceros and them elephants. You don't never see them over there. Think about it. You don't never see them animal rights vegan protest zoos. You ever see animal rights vegans protest the zoo? You understand? They don't do all the animals. You know what I'm saying? They only do certain animals. You know what I mean? Right? They only do certain animals. You know what I'm saying? They only do certain animals. So if you look, right, they don't do elephants and giraffes. See this picture? What do you see at the bottom? You see the rooster or the chicken, you see the pig, you see the fish, and you see the beef. You see the cow, you see the cheese. You don't see the elephant, you don't see the rhinoceros, you don't see all the animals that's hunted in the jungles, okay? You understand? That's animal rights. They don't do all the animals either. They discriminate. They don't do all the animals. They only do the farm animals. You feel me? See, look at the bottom. Only farm animals. That's all they do. Only farm animals. They don't stand up for all the animals. They don't stand up for the whales at SeaWorld and all of that, okay? All right? So let's get back to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? They don't stand up for all the animals. They only stand up for farm animals. How's the animal rights? How's the animal rights? And you got a dog that you own, that you got a leash around his neck, and you got to do what you tell him to do. Come on. You got birds in cages. You got parakeets and stuff. Why they not free? Keep it real. All right? So this ain't got nothing to do with animal rights. This is about eating and health. This is what we on over here. Now, back to the conversation. So now if you want to, you got to learn how to eat right and take care of your health. And you got to learn how to save money doing it. You understand? You got to learn how to do it. Angela, if you got grass-fed animals and you feeding them naturally and then you eating them and you ending up with colon cancer, then that don't make too much sense because you're trying to save the animal, but then you end up with colon cancer. So you save the animals while you eating things that's destroying you. That don't make no sense. You got to take care of your health. You cannot care about the well-being of an animal, but don't care about the well-being of the people. And you spending so much money into the medical industry, cancer, and all this. You know what I'm saying? You putting too much money into cancer treatment. How many people going to dialysis? How many people going to dialysis? So I'm definitely for animal rights, but I think the movement should be separated so that it could be the total of animal rights. I don't think it should be mixed with veganism. Animal rights need to be animal rights, and whole food plant-based veganism is whole food plant-based veganism. Those movements need to be separated. To me, they need to be separated. Like PETA is PETA. That's what I think. I think they need to be separated. I don't think they go together. I just don't. I don't think they go together, because animal rights would also be against deforestation, where you cut down all the trees, where the orangutans and all that live. So I don't agree with that. So I'm willing to get rid of animal rights vegans, because I go to war with animal rights vegans. They're misguided and they're bad for people's health. They're misguided. Okay. When it started, it definitely started for some people that's what it started for. But when it started in Europe, it wasn't over here in America. And when veganism got big in America, it was for health. I'm in America. I'm not in Europe where it started at. You understand? So look, let's take a break and I'll show you the history. I got the history. I know the history. So let's look at the history and then let's finish, right? Because I know the history of it. I promote the history of it. But the reality is, when I got into it, it was for your health. So yeah, veganism don't start with that group over in Europe. It goes all the way back to ancient Kemet, ancient China, and all of that. Then when that movement did start in Europe, many of the people that was involved in the vegan movement was racist and didn't like black people. You can't stand up for the animals while you allow slavery of human beings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen the vegan movement stand up against the mistreatment of black people. A checkmate. But we ain't gonna go that route. Let's stay where we at. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anti-slavery, that's for sure. I'm just keeping it real. You don't see multicultural people involved with the vegan movement in Europe. Those was all Europeans. It don't look humanly. It looked discriminatory. I don't see no black people. I didn't see no black people in that movement. I don't know. We don't want to go there, down that slippery slope. How long was it before black people got rights after the vegan movement? What was life like for us while you was trying to save a chicken or a cow? I'm just saying. You ain't got no love for human beings, but you love animals. That's a little phony. But I ain't gonna go down that route, but I can. This is the top of the knowledge over here. So back to what we talking about. What this conversation is about. If you came in, I had to straighten out a vegan, animal rights vegan. I can't stand animal rights vegans. I don't like them. They're phony. And right now we have health epidemics right now that we have to deal with. So we're dealing with plant-based veganism from the health food store. That's where it was born at in the United States. Always remember that. Veganism and vegetarianism in the United States was born in the juice bar and the health food store. That's what grew the movement. That was the place where we met up at. That was the place many people was coming because of health issues. And health food stores had herbs and things like that was in the health food store. And so now for you to change and eat right, there's certain things you have to do to save money. And one of the things you could do to save money is find ways where you can eat sometime on a low budget. The purpose of this live stream is to show you that the main thing you want to concentrate on is not how good you eat, but how bad you don't eat. So you want to concentrate on how bad you don't eat. Now, another thing can help you because you might be on a low budget. It might not be payday yet. You got to try to figure out what to eat. Or you might not have went to the store shopping yet. So you need to have things in the cabinet to help you maintain your plant-based lifestyle. One thing you definitely want to have is couscous. Have a couple of boxes of couscous. You can get them anywhere from $3 to $4, and sometimes these are on sale for $2 or whatever. Or anytime you go in the store, go down this aisle where the couscous is at. Look to see if you see it on sale and grab boxes and keep boxes of couscous in your cabinet so that you can eat for a low budget. This little box, but it fluffs up to a lot of couscous. So if you're just one person, just use half a pack. Don't use a whole pack unless you're trying to feed the family. But if you're a single person, you can use a third of a pack or a half of a pack and have you a decent meal. Once again, this is easy to make. All you do is put some water in a pot, let it boil, right? Then you throw the couscous in there and turn the water off, and you cover it, and it'll absorb all the water, and then it won't be no water in the pot if you add the right amount of water, and it'll just be a couscous in there, and then you fluff it. So these little grain swells up to turn out to be a nice thing to put something in your belly. And once again, you do the same thing. You use onion, garlic, and bell pepper to make it a meal. This is what's going to add your flavor, and this is what's going to put the medicine in the couscous. So couscous is another way where you can eat for not much money. Okay? Also, couscous has 6 grams of protein per serving. So you're going to still get a nice amount of protein in the couscous. If you got more stuff, you can saute up to put it in it to make a really filling meal, or you can cook something on the side to go with it. But these type of things in your refrigerator will for sure help you be able to eat and eat healthy with not spending a lot of money. Because always remember, like I told you, it's not about eating healthier and healthier and healthy. It's about not eating unhealthy. If you're not, everything that's not unhealthy is healthy. There's no such thing as healthier, healthier. There's no such thing. It's either unhealthy or it's healthy. And so all you want to do is don't eat things that are unhealthy. Everything else is healthy. So as long as you're not, if you're trying to be a plant-based vegan, as long as you're not eating any dairy products, any artificial flavors, no artificial color, no preservative, and no animal byproducts, you're fine. Because the body's going to build up on its own. What you're trying to avoid in life is not, you're not just trying to build up the body. The body builds up on its own. You're trying not to what? Destroy the body. Your lungs is fine. You're not trying to build up your lungs. You're trying not to what? Put cigarette smoke in your lungs, not to have pollution in your lungs. So part of being healthy is just avoiding being unhealthy. It's not about trying to be healthy. It's about not doing things that are unhealthy. Okay? When you subtract unhealthy, healthy is what's left. That's the key. You don't have to do all this extra healthy stuff. Yes, you might want to take a multiple vitamin every now and then. Yes, you might want to take some vitamin C every day. Yes, you might want to eat rounded. You want to eat a round variety of food. But the main thing is you don't want to eat nothing that's going to damage you. You don't want to be drinking liquor a lot to damage your liver. You don't want to be eating artificial flavors, artificial color to damage your system. This is the key to good health, not damaging yourself. You don't want to eat till you get overweight. If you don't get overweight, you don't have to lose weight. The only reason you got to lose weight because you gained weight. So you want to eat in a way to not gain too much weight. Then you don't have to get healthy. You want to stay healthy. Your body is made healthy. And we make our bodies unhealthy. We destroy ourselves. You were made perfect. You were made perfect. In some cases, you might have birth defects. If you don't have natural birth defects, you were made perfect. All you got to do is keep your body perfect by not consuming things that destroy you. And if it doesn't destroy you, it's going to build you. There's no in between. It tears you down or it builds you up. There's not an in between. There's not an in between. So you can eat this on a slow day when you're trying to save money. And as long as you got some onions, some garlic, some bell pepper, you're fine. When you go to the store, always pay attention to things like mangoes and avocados. If you go to Whole Foods or go to the store and you see these avocados are going to be cost more. You see the dark one to your left is kind of purple. If you go in Whole Foods and all of these are like the dark, they're going to be $4 for $5. Why? They got to get rid of them. So you got to do some smart shopping. If you go in Whole Foods and you see a whole bunch of fresh mangoes, put a note to come back in 5 days. When you come back in 5 days, as they begin to ripen, they're going to be giving them away. They're going to be dirt cheap. Why? They have to give them away. So when you're shopping, if you're trying to go vegan, if you're trying to go plant-based vegan, when you go in Whole Foods or anywhere, you look at the avocados, and if they're green like this, if they got them on sale, get them. But the time to get them is to come back and check when they all start turning dark, because now they either got to sell them or they're going to start getting spots in them and going bad. And this is how you can feed yourself for less money. This is how you can get plenty mangoes. So sometimes I go out buy 10, 15 mangoes. Why? Because they're all starting to ripen and they got to get rid of them, and they got them dirt cheap. I can go get now the thing with the avocados is once they start getting dark, they overripe quickly. So I wouldn't advise buying like 8, because by the time you get to the last 4, they might gonna have spots and stuff in them. But definitely get 4 and squeeze them from the more riper one to the one that's less harder, and eat those softer one first and the next softer one. And by the time you eat those, the other 2 like that. And this is how you can save money. Buy them when they're like the 1 second to the left dark like that. Keep going in the store until you see the whole bunch is that color. They're going to be cheaper. If they're all these dark green, they're going to be way more expensive. Now, another thing you have to keep in the cabinet, rice. A lot of people eat brown rice. I eat brown rice. I eat white rice. I eat brown rice. I eat wild rice. But I prefer basmati rice or jasmine rice. I prefer. And these products are good. This big bag of rice here right now with the tariffs is $8 or $9, but you're talking a lot of meals for $8 or $9. This is 2 pounds of rice. You can eat a long time with 2 pounds of rice. So it's definitely, even at $8 or $9, it's definitely something that's going to help you be able to eat. And if you got some plantain, and once again, the same thing, onion, garlic, bell pepper, you will always be able to stay on your eating plan for a low cost and make it to payday, or until you can go and buy more variety of things that you need to eat. So you get the basmati rice, keep it in the cabinet. You get the jasmine rice, which is even cheaper Okay. All right. So this is a 5 pounds of jasmine rice, and this is only $3.50. Okay. So think about how much money you can save or how you can get by when your money's a little low and still eat good. Same principle. Onion, garlic, bell pepper, which is excellent because you can buy that as you go. So okay, it's Wednesday. I get paid Friday. I don't need nothing but maybe 2 bell peppers. Garlic, one bulb is gonna do a lot of meals because I'm only gonna cut up maybe 2 pieces out of it. Bell pepper, I can cut in half if I'm just feeding myself. I can use a half a bell pepper. I don't even have to use the whole thing. These are things that's going to help you so it won't be so expensive when you're trying to eat as a plant-based vegan. Beans, like black beans, these are $1.99. Excellent nutrition, right? And same thing, onion, garlic, bell pepper. Same thing. Black beans, 15 grams of protein per cup. Lots of protein. Right? Lots of protein. Lots of protein. Okay? 15 grams. So imagine you got some black beans and you got some light vegetables with it. You might be able to make you a little salad because lettuce can go a long way too. And a head of lettuce could make you quite a few salads. Whether it's 2 of you or 1, lettuce is another cheap thing you want to have. If you can't afford the romaine, just get the regular lettuce. You're trying to survive without eating bad. Same for red kidney beans. Red kidney beans, same thing. Red kidney beans got 43 grams of protein per serving. Well, this say 15. How much protein is in 1 cup of cooked kidney beans? It says 15 grams. So I don't know what this top thing is saying. I don't know what that's about, right? But this here says 15 grams. So you're getting 15 grams. A half a cup is 7 to 8 grams. Once again, you're able to eat and save money and use your little onions and stuff to make a delicious meal that's not unhealthy. You're able to feel full, not be hungry, and at the same time constantly be adding nutrition to your body. So you're constantly adding nutrition even on your slow days with the noodles, with the couscous, with the basmati rice, with the jasmine rice, with the black beans, with the red beans, and there's many other things you could use just like that to be able to stay healthy, eat well, and take care of yourself. And a lot of times you can get these spices in the glass jars too, not plastic, for cheap. Thyme, basil, rosemary. These things Add it to your rice or your beans or your couscous or your noodles. Also add medical benefits. So now your body is intaking some rosemary, intaking some oregano, intaking some thyme. This is how you stay healthy. You put those spices on, herbs and spices on there. That's health. That is medicine. That is medicine. That thyme, that basil, that rosemary, that is medicine. And this is how you can eat healthy as a plant-based vegan without spending a lot of money. Okay? That is how you do it. That is how you stay a plant-based vegan without spending a lot of money. And now to the vegans out there that are animal rights vegan, make sure you take care of your health first. You cannot help the animals if you are sick. You have to be healthy first. So your plant-based vegan journey must be for your health. You cannot be on dialysis and help the animals. You cannot be sick in the hospital and help the animals. You cannot get sick and have to go back to eating the animals to help the animals, okay? I'll show you. Exhibit A. You animal rights vegans, you got to take care of yourself. Exhibit A. Miley Cyrus is no longer vegan. She resumed eating fish and other non-vegan foods in 2019, citing that her brain wasn't functioning properly on a plant-based diet and that she felt sharper after reintroducing fish and omega-3s. She adopted a vegan diet in 2014, but after 7 years decided to transition to a pescatarian diet to improve her health. So everything she said for animal rights, she had to go back and eat fish. And the reason she had to go back and eat fish is because she was an animal rights vegan and she was not vegan based on health and didn't know how to get her omega-3s and didn't know how to get what she was supposed to get as a plant-based vegan because she was so busy worrying about the animals. And now she's back eating fish. She's back eating animals. And she would probably say, well, she's not eating the cows and, but she had to go back. So you cannot help the animals if you get sick. Okay? You cannot. So you cannot be an animal rights vegan and not take care of yourself. You have to be healthy to help the animals. So you cannot be vegan eating this trash that is vegan. This is vegan candy. But this candy is full of artificial flavors, artificial color, and preservatives. So if you are animal rights, don't hurt yourself because you don't want to take health into consideration. You still have to put health first. You have to be healthy to be a mother or a father and raise your children. You have to be healthy to take care of your cat or your dog. You have to be healthy to even go out and protest for farm animals, and also expand animal rights beyond farm animals and stand up for the lions and the tigers and the rhinoceros and the elephants, stand up against the zoos, stand up against SeaWorld, and stop making animal rights only about farm animals, and separate animal rights from veganism. Animal rights, plant-based veganism, two different things. Two different things. And to be strong in animal rights, you have to include plant-based veganism for your health. There is no way you can eat unhealthy and help any animal or any person. This is a fact. Y'all have a good night and eat to live.